I'm not sure what it is. It's either a snuffleupagus or cow with coconuts. Anyway, we're going to make a video here, so right, action. Hello, I'm here stood by my plum tree. It's doing good this year. We're getting a lot of plums on it, so I'm very happy with that. Because simple things please simple minds. But the reason I'm happy with it is it's because I've put a lot of plants into the vineyard to try and encourage a bit of biodiversity, and there's been loads of flowers. Long before the plum tree flowered, there was flowers in the garden. Originally when I took the garden on, it was the first blossom or flower within the garden, and it didn't get many plums on. And the weather's been quite similar to what it has been the past couple of years. A bit weird. So it's working out alright, that. But here's me rose. I haven't got vines in yet, but I have got quite a lot of geraniums, because apparently they're a very good companion plant. Companion plants really help. I'm a big believer in it, and it does work. You should look into it. But as you can see, I've been putting all sorts in. Some stuff I've thrown in as seed, other stuff is rescued from people's houses. And there's a grapevine up against the wall, that one's stretching out quite happily. I've got my own clone one in there that needs a little bit of attention because it's getting a bit covered in weeds and plants. But it's a bit slower than the ones that I've bought, but it's to be expected. And as you can see, it's all looking quite nice and pretty. I'm on the west side of the garden now. As you can see, my tester vines that I've put in, which I bought for dirt cheap and planted at the wrong time of year. As we go down the row, they all look very even, and they all look pretty happy actually, considering. I'm going to have to start putting some wires up to support them. So I'm happy with that. That's a good result. I expected that they might die at the bottom of the hill, because when the sun's low in the sky over the winter, obviously we get a lot of frost, and it stays in the bottom end of the garden, but they've worked all the way from top to bottom. So that's lovely. And here you can see all the plants. The foxgloves are really good at attracting the bees in. And like I say, it shows in different ways. It's like the plum tree's doing great because of it, and it's working with nature, not fighting against it. Trying to stay very organic here. Maybe it's biodynamic if I can, but I'm not too bothered about labels, but I'm going to keep it clean and as earth friendly as possible. That's the way I'm going to put it anyway. You know, just do the best you can, and that's all you can do. Here's my pond, full of wildlife. Had frogs spawn in it and everything. Positive that there's a couple of fish in there, but it was a long day when I seen them, and I might have just been zoning out and being weird and losing my mind or something, because I haven't put any fish in them. But the water's not that clear at the moment, and it needs topping up. I can hear a frog croaking. Where you at? It's close. Where you? I hope you can hear that. Where you? Told us where to go. I speak frog. Wasn't very polite, that one. Must be French. Here we go, look at that. Geraniums coming along. I'm also going to drop lavenders in there because they work really good. I've got a few cuttings down here and various shrubs, this, that and the other. And that takes us into the middle bit. Got a drainage issue in the middle of this field, so you know, I'm just letting it grow. Have a little bit of a meadow. I'm not trying to really create anything, I'm just letting it happen. I will trim it down, I'll keep on top of it a bit. I've also got a few Middlemas daisies and plants and such within there, so that's canny, you know, it's doing well. A bit higher up at the top we've got my shrubs that I planted. They were all put in as really big shrubs, and I dug them out of people's gardens and got them for free. Well, it's part of my job, so, you know, But you know, they had a lot of root damage and such like, but look at them, they're doing alright. I'm just using them as a shelter belt. Compost, that's warming up, doing good. Need loads of that, like chickens. They're all going to bed because they're bored. They're sick of today. I want tomorrow to come. Good night. Good grapevine. You might have been feeling sorry for us looking at the last ones because, you know, they're still quite little and such like. They haven't grown much, but look at this one. This one's a red variety. And we're getting grapes all over it. Absolute result. Couldn't ask for better. Through the cosmic gate. There's my polytunnel. As you can see, no polythene on it. It's not going to happen. It's too windy up here. I can't really justify putting polythene on it for the wind to take it down. So I've been planting grapevines. These are my clone plants. So they're exactly the same as the one off my house. I'm going to grow them over the top of this frame and create something really blissful. It's going to be good. Going to be good. There's another red variety. That one's just sort of finding its feet, like slowly does it with some of them, you know. But it's the way I expected them to be. So the fact that we've got grapes on that red one's just outstanding. Down to my veg plots, got onions and potatoes, all sorts in here. I've also got my herbaceous plants and a few shrubs to keep it diverse, you know. And my big flower bed is absolutely packed out. Everything I've put in is taken really well and spread out, producing more and more. It's just astonishing, the growth that's coming on. Really, really happy with it. So even if I just split up and divide, fill out more borders, we'll gain a lot of plants in a very short space of time with very little work involved. So that's good. Nearly fell over backwards. Down here at my box bonfire, a few pumpkins and whatnot. I don't like leaving the ground bare, so you know, you're better off growing something rather than nothing, because it's quite damaging to leave your soil bare. It gets scorched by the sun and it's just not good. Not good practice. Here we go, look at all the colour. And as I say, there's been stuff flowering in here pretty much all year round now, and the fruit trees, they're doing great, they're getting loads of fruit on, so you know, that's all positive, and I'm positive it's down to the bees coming in and pollinating everything for us. Just, you know, work with nature. You don't have to be a hippie and you don't have to wear purple either. You can even wear shoes and still be environmentally friendly at the same time. You know what I mean? It's a shame that it's all a bit of a stigma that you have to, you know, be in free love and all that just to grow organic stuff. I mind it is a bit of a pain in the arse, like, in fairness. If you used a few chemicals, it'd be a lot easier, a lot quicker, a lot less effort, a lot more damaging to the environment. You know, you got to make your own mind up. Coming good. Lots of weeds though, lots of weeds. Up there, up by the greenhouse, got a few of my plants. Just been growing a bit of all sorts, just to try me luck at anything, you know. Strong, healthy leaves on the clone plants. And this is all singing, all dancing now, this vine. It's obviously, I've started pruning it and wiring it to get it to spread out against the wall. It's doing really well, and it is as well. Don't know if you can see there, putting grapes on. Absolute result. It's been a bit of a challenge, you know, when you speak to people and you tell them that you're trying to set up a vineyard in Northumberland. I had one guy who was from Cumbria, probably laughed in my face. He ran a brewery, so, you know, not everyone's positive in the attitude towards doing something different, but you know, you just got to take it in your stride and sort them and just do it anyway. If you believe in something, give it a go. Why not? You've only got your time and your money to lose. Like. But here's my greenhouse. It's doing good, Only had to spend 150 quid on this because I salvaged all the parts from various people. I'm very thankful for, you know. It's built it over the winter just in time for spring. I was still building around it when it was in use pretty much, man. It was a busy time, but it's paid off because I started nearly all my veg in here. And there's a lot of different veg. Some works, some doesn't, so you know, I'm just gonna kind of test my water with everything. Just see how we get on, and you know, you might end up specialising, or might just stick to the herbaceous plants and the grapevines really. But until the grapevines come along, I may as well be doing something up here on the land. But very positive grapes happening in Northumberland.